top of the morning, and it is a beaut.
And the hope of the Irish as the future champion of the world.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio.
Welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. The place where dreams get dusted off and acted on. Because life is too short. We're living on a rock that's flying through space, and hey, what the hell else were you going to do with yourself here?
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, I don't know where my voice has gone, seeing as I've been away for a week. So where did Barry go for a week? Well, Barry just decided just to pack up his tools and just take a step away from everything. So there was no podcast episodes, there was no TikTok videos, there was no blog posts, no emails sent, not a thing. And I really enjoyed last week. It was really great just to not to have to think about content ideas, not to have to do any writing, not to have to worry about if I got my videos done for TikTok or whatever. It was great. So I'm back, even though my voice doesn't sound it. I'm a little bit fresher than I was 2 weeks ago. Now, from my week off, I discovered a few things. One of the things I discovered was I was spending way too much time on TikTok. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast for long at all, you probably have heard me talk about TikTok many times in the last couple of episodes, but just on my week off, because I wasn't recording videos, I didn't have to go back to the app very often, and I decided, you know what, Barry, let's just delete it for now. Let's just take it off your phone. And what I found was that as soon as I took the TikTok video off my phone, I started to read more. Now, before I put TikTok on my phone, I had the Kindle app, and any time that I was waiting on my wife, waiting at an appointment, sitting somewhere, just twiddling my thumbs, I would usually go to the Kindle app and I would read a couple of pages just to keep myself occupied. But what I found with the TikTok app was that I didn't go to Kindle. I went straight to TikTok, and I would sometimes just do a mindless scroll through a lot of content, sometimes maybe watching videos of people who I wanted to follow, and watching a lot of crap from people who I wasn't following. So my reading took a nosedive because of it. And I just found when I took the app off my phone, the difference it's made, it's allowed me to, to spend my time more wisely, reading books and things like that. Now, that's not saying that everybody has to delete their TikTok app if you don't want to. I'm not saying you do need to, but maybe just sometimes maybe think about how you're spending your time. So another reason I took last week off was to just a step back from everything, to have a look at what I'm doing. Is it working? Is it not working? And sometimes when we're, kind of head down in our business, work, putting content out, recording videos, doing podcasts, doing this, doing that, and doing the other, sometimes we don't really know, is this thing working? Is this podcast bringing in viewers? Am I getting people on my email list from TikTok? Is any of the stuff working? And sometimes you need to just stop for a moment, just step back and just kind of look at your business with fresh eyes and kind of maybe think back to what you're doing and, say to yourself, well, if I was somebody who wasn't involved in this business, if I was looking at this business with an outsider's eyes, would I be impressed or would I see any kind of use in the actions that I'm doing? Now, what I found was even though I was recording a lot of TikTok videos, it was content that I was reusing and repurposing over on Facebook. I would sometimes put it on LinkedIn, I would put it on Pinterest. So it was getting put in a lot of places. But for all the content I was putting out, there wasn't much of a comeback on it. I didn't find that my email list blew up. I didn't find that my blog viewership blew up. I couldn't really see anything, leaping out at me that made me say to myself, well, Barry, you need to keep doing the TikTok videos because of this. Or you need to put your emails or your blog posts on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is driving traffic to your email list. So sometimes, maybe stepping back for a moment, sometimes we, get caught up in a business, and as Denzel Washington said one time, sometimes we become busy fools, and sometimes we think busy is making a difference, is moving us in the right direction. But sometimes we're just busy standing in the spot. We're just racing in place, and we're not going forwards, we're not going backwards, and we're not getting anywhere. So if I was to maybe recommend something to you, is if you have been busy on your business, is maybe just to take a few days. You don't need to take a week off. It's totally up to you. But when you do take a few days off and you do look at your business with fresh eyes, you may find that maybe some of the things you need to stop doing, some of those things aren't working, some of those things aren't as useful as you thought they might have been. And sometimes, having some fresh time, some downtime will allow you to get some more good knowledge in your head, to lift your head up from what you're doing and maybe just look over at what someone else is doing, or what someone else has put in a book, or what someone else has put in a YouTube video, or maybe somebody else's course. And sometimes maybe, if you are busy in your business, sometimes we don't like taking time off because we think, well, I'm taking away from my business. But sometimes maybe just taking a few days off could be the best thing for you, because maybe, this course that you could watch on your downtime could be something that could turn your business around. Maybe the couple of Kindle books you discover when you are, getting rid of TikTok or whatever apps you have on your phone. Sometimes you might find that when you go back to your business, you can put that content into good use and, improve your business. So that is what I've been up to. So if you have been following along with the podcast and wondering where has Barry gone to, Barry just decided to down tools and just walk away from everything for a week. And apart from my voice sounding very croaky, I don't know why, I'm back, and hopefully this voice will keep up over the next couple of days as I'm recording a couple of more podcast episodes. But that is where Barry has been to, and maybe just a little bit of advice. Maybe if you've been busy at the moment, maybe it's time maybe just to take a few days off for yourself and look at your business and what you do with fresh eyes. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Before you go, Barry wants to show you how you can use the power of stories to sell more of your products and services. He says that if you head on over to the rightcom.com website now, he'll show everything you need to do. Have a great day, and thanks for dropping by.